Bōde's Calgary real estate market update for February 2022. This video is going to quickly show you what's happening in Calgary in terms of supply and demand and property prices. And then I'm going to show you where you can get all of the same data for your own community and property type for free. So let's dive in. So here we're looking at the number of new listings on the left-hand side that have come to market each month for the last 4 years. So you can see that most years follow the same seasonal trend. This dark blue line here for 2020 shows you the big drop in new listings when COVID first hit in March 2020. And in February 2022, or should I say January 2022, the number of new listings, this little circular dot here, was up about 3% versus the average of the previous 4 Januaries. So the number of new listings is staying pretty similar to what it typically is. Meanwhile, on the other side of the chart, you can see that sales are hugely up versus previous years. So the bright blue line here was 2021, and for all of 2021, the number of property sales in the Calgary area were significantly up. So the last few months of 2021 up 50% or up 80%. Starting here in 2022, the January sales, over 2,000 sales in the city of Calgary in January 2022, which is more than double what there would typically be for January. So sales are up hugely. Demand is really strong right now. Lots of people looking for homes and lots of people buying homes without necessarily there being an increase in the number of new homes or new listings coming to market. So of course, what that means is the overall number of homes for sale is much lower than it would typically be. So again, the same 4 years that we're looking at here, you can see for most of 2021, inventory was low compared to a typical year. And starting off 2022, inventory is incredibly low. So down almost 50% for what it would typically be in January. And then if we take a look at months of supply, so this is a metric that shows us supply and demand together in one chart. So it says, given the amount of inventory currently available for sale, and given the current number of sales per month, how many months would it take to sell through all of the available inventory? And months of supply right now is at an all-time low in the city of Calgary, down 76% versus what it would typically be. There's only 1.3 months of supply in the market right now. So if no more homes were listed, in 1.3 months, every home that's currently available for sale would be sold. So that means when months of supply are very low, that typically favors sellers, right? There's not a lot of homes for sale and homes are selling very quickly. And when months of supply are high, that typically favors buyers because there's a lot more inventory for buyers to choose from. If we take a quick look at property prices, we can see that in Calgary, for the last 15 years here, they've been slowly going up, but since about 2015, there is a 5-year trend of home prices slowly going downwards. But since mid-2020, property prices have been going up quite strongly, particularly in the first half of 2021 here. You can see prices were going up very quickly, then they flattened out, and in the last couple of months starting to go back up again. But this really depends on your property type, whether you've got a detached home or an apartment, and the community that you're in. So really important to look at this data on a community by community level. Here at Bōde, we're seeing lots of homes sell very quickly in the Calgary and areas market. So we've listed many homes in the last month. Here's 2 examples. One on the left-hand side is a home in Airdrie in Kings Heights. This is one of our sellers. Saved over $18,000 in commission by listing with Bōde and selling to a buyer who didn't have a realtor. Managed to reduce their total commissions by 72% and still sold really quickly. So sold just 21 days on market. Or sorry, should I say 21 days faster than the market. So 21 days faster than homes typically are selling in that area. And they also sold for a 1% higher price than is typical in that area. Another seller here, this is one of our apartment sellers in central Calgary. They saved almost $10,000 in commission, which reduced their total commissions by 77%. Sold 4 times faster than market and to a self-represented buyer, so a buyer without a realtor. So these are just some of the examples we're seeing out there right now. What you'll notice is homes are selling very quickly. In both of these cases, homes sold faster than market, and right now it's not taking very long for a home to sell in the Calgary area. So if you want to look up all the data that you need to figure out what your home's worth, we've got 3 great free tools for you on Bōde.ca. The first one's called Market Data, and here's where you can see the same supply and demand metrics that we were just looking at for overall Calgary, but you can look at it for just your specific community. Then we've got a tool called Sold Data. This allows you to look up the sold price of any home that's sold in Alberta for the last 11 years. So if you want to know what homes around you are selling for, simply head on over to our Sold Data page and you can find out the sold price. Finally, we've got a tool called Comparables, so you can enter a few key features of your home and see the most similar active listings and the most similar recently sold listings, so you can get a really good feel for what your home's worth based on those comparables. So check that all out at Bōde.ca, and we'll see you again soon.